Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So today we're going to look at a little bit of Murano, some Salviati. Yeah, I'm afraid it's the only Murano that I have, but yeah, I love it. It's this kind of like Renaissance, I don't know, you could say copies, but it was like a movement. I know in Germany they called it Historismus, which was like looking back into the Middle Ages. Had that same glass movement there, but with Germanic glass. I don't know what they call it in Italy, but they had it. They were all looking at Renaissance style glass, or not all, but there was a few companies. Salviati is the one that I'm interested in, and I have a few pieces. I think they're Salviati. So what I'm going to do is show you the little collection that I have, and then look at each one and show you what references I have for them to try and pin them down. My biggest bit is like my weakest bit, but yeah, it is what it is. That's the thing, because I think Salviati, although today they're still making some of that kind of glass, I think back in the day when they were making a lot of it, I've got bits of catalogue from them, but not much. I've managed to just drag off various places off Pinterest and places like that. But I think they weren't making a lot of standard glass. They were just like chopping and churning and changing a lot of things as they went along. So even when there's like a standard thing, I can't find anything in the same colour as it is that I have. So, but it is the same thing, but you'll see what I mean. But yeah, and the time period we're talking about, according to one of my books, is 1868 to 1900, but I don't think that's quite right because they're still doing it today. But I think my glass is from that period. Just my thoughts from what I've been able to find. Anyway, let's get on and have a look at some glass. So this is the glass I have. I'm going to show you 5 pieces here. And we're going to start with this. It's a Taza. It's really finely made. Has a broken pontle here, and it's got bits of rubbish in the glass, which is what makes me think it's earlier. It's got a beautiful ring to it. It feels heavy for the thickness of it, so I think it's got some of the glass, and you can see here. Can you see that it's got gold leaf? And there is, yes, there is gold leaf. Can you see the gold leaf here? Shining. You can see where 2 sheets have overlapped here, and it's also in the top, and you can see here there's an overlap. There's like a strip there that's a bit golder than the rest. Can you see that? And also, strangely, it has a pontle mark in the middle, which kind of says this was blown and then somehow attached with 2 pontles, what pontle at each end or something. And they're broken pontle marks, nobody's polished them out, but this is quite thin. So, and also it's got a rim. And it's got a rim here as well. It's actually, I think this is actually turned over, but it's turned over very thinly. Is that, I think that's just a rim there, but this is actually, here I can just about feel under the edge. So that is a folded rim. So with that said, that's the first piece we're going to be looking at, and I'll show you a reference for it. So this is the worst possible in that I don't have anything that is exactly like its shape. It doesn't have to be the same colour. But what I have is loads of Tazas, and they're all slightly different, which does mean that they weren't sticking to a plan in a way. Someone might have sketched it up and they might have made half a dozen or something, and then they would do another one and another one and another one. But what I have is bits of what we were looking at. So where's it gone? I was just looking at something a second ago. So you've got this one here, and it has like a hollow stem with a little frill around it just here, which is what mine has. And then you've got this one here, and I think there's a picture of the, where is the picture? Yes, you can see the foot here, and you can see it's one, you can actually see this is a gold leaf, so it's got, and you can actually see the overlap on the gold leaf just here. I tried clicking through on this and it's not there, so I can't make it any bigger, I'm afraid. But you can see that it's got a thin folded foot like the one we were looking at. And then there was one other, this one here, which I can click through on. So we'll do, I have clicked through on it already. And if you look, the way the bowl is and the way that sits on top of the stem is very like what we were looking at, the shape of it and everything. And I think it's got a folded foot as well. It's very difficult to see because they've put gold on the foot, and those are the only pictures we've got, but that looks very much like the edge, the way it just kind of, the shadow is on it there, makes me think, yeah, it has a folded foot like the one I have. And yeah, they're selling, this is on Worth Point, and they're saying, you know, you have to pay to see the price of what they're selling things for. That's what this website's for. But this is from an auction house, and they are saying it's a Salviati. So yeah, and this is, all of this stuff is under the search for Salviati, and I'm seeing, it's difficult to say, but I'm seeing lots of things that have got similarities. But I would be here clicking through going, look at this bit here, look at that bit there. But yeah, it makes me feel like, yeah, it probably is Salviati. Just look at this one here. You can just, is that going to expand? Yeah, you can see the same way the bowl sits on top of the foot. There's this little flat piece here, about the same size as the one I have. So yeah, I think that is where we're at with that. So the next piece we're going to look at, we're working our way across the page here, or across the table, is this little finger bowl. Let me show you what it is about. It's got folded rim, it's got this little applied squiggly bit, then the base is gadroon. This is called gadrooning, this shaping like this, and then the foot is just like a ring that has been put on it, a broken pontal there, and then it's this Vaseline glass with gold leaf in it. Yeah, cool. And I do have a reasonably strong reference for this, so let's get on and have a look at that. Oh, hang on, didn't ping it. Pings nicely, doesn't it? This is a page from the book 20th Century Glass by Andy McConnell, and he's actually saying 1920s, but as I said, I've also read 1868 to 1900. But anyway, this is the bowl, only this one is blue, and it says probably Salviati here. I'm comparing it with the other bits that I'm more certain of, and I think it is. So yeah, Andy McConnell, fairly authoritative. He's not 100% certain with this one, but yeah, I don't have any book reference or catalogue reference, and that is the problem. But you see what I mean about making the same bowl but a different colour. I've never seen another version of this bowl other than the one I've got and this one here, so shows you it's not like something they were churning out millions of. As we are working our way across, we're now moving to this goblet here. Let me dig it out. So yeah, same gold leaf effect. I think virtually everything I've got here has got at least some gold leaf on it. It's got these teardrops. So this is a design you see on some Whitefriars glass, but this is so thin, and yeah, the knob is a solid twisted knob, but that's got gold leaf in it as well. We have broken pontle mark, folded foot. So yeah, check it out. Imagine a table full of this. I think I've actually seen these goblets also sitting on little plates as well, which would be really flash. And I've seen other goblets. I've seen this in green and other colours and things, or ones which don't have this octagonal rim, but yeah, anyway, so this is what I'm showing you now. Let's go on and show you a reference. So yeah, I'm falling back to Google, although I think this is Bing I'm using here, and this is the goblet that I found. That's the closest to what I have, and again I'm going with that story that if you look at all these goblets on here, they're just all, oh, there's another one with a ball thing, but that one's the closest. But you can see there's just like a million different. Oh, there's another one with the teardrops, and they've got that as Salviati 1800. Actually, I might come back to that. So I haven't clicked through. I didn't spot that, but I'll click through and see what they've got. But this is Pinterest, and they're saying, but this is closest because it's got the octagonal rim, solid ball, the teardrops, folded foot. Yeah. So this is, and they're saying it's Salviati. That's not always genius. But we've got this one here. Let's click on it. I've not been on this. This Exhibit Antiques. They're pretty good, expensive salespeople usually, because they're trying to. It just is what it is. You're buying something that they're confirming is right, and it's a pair they've got for £120. So yeah, that's okay. I thought it was £120 for one, but it's not. They've got two here, and yeah, it's got this same teardrop effect. So you've got the folded foot. Let me look at the. Yeah, you can just see here, look, the folded foot, but it's in green. Or is that? And what is interesting is this little baby here in green. So they've got little flourishes of other colours in it, but there's no gold on this one. And I wonder if they have. No, they won't have any other. So let me just check. Sorry, I'm completely deviating away from my original, well, not script, because I never had a script, but what I thought I was originally going to do, but I never thought of looking here. No, they don't have loads of stuff. So, but anyway, and none of them help me. The other things, in fact, they're actually only showing you 3 things. And anyway, so yeah. That's the references I have for Salviati. For the goblet, we'll move on to something else. So this is the next glass I'm moving on to. It's a little dolphin. This is how they used to paint dolphins back in the Renaissance period. Like funny fish. Check it out with the tail curling around the bottom of the bowl. Again, you got the same thin folded rim, broken pontle. Doesn't ring so well, but it's got this blooming chunk of glass stuck to the underside, so that doesn't help it. I wonder if the foot rings. Yeah, that's the wrong shape. But there is gold leaf. Yeah, that's going to really damage any ring that you're going to try and do. But yeah, there are a lot of glasses and things with dolphins on, labelled as Salviati, and we'll have a quick look. So here we are on the page, and there's two ways of doing the dolphins in a way. You've got ones where the tail curls around, and you've got one where the tail curls up around the bowl. Yeah, that's not helpful. In a way, it might be that Salviati did it two ways, or it might be that some of them are Salviati and some of them are not. Dun, dun, dun. I think the way the foot of mine is done and the way the bottom of the stem attaches to the foot and the broken pontle and all that is so similar between the two glasses I have. At least I think both of them are by the same manufacturer. But everybody's saying this kind of glass is Salviati, and yeah, I'm not 100% convinced. But look at this one here. Yeah. Anyway, I did pick one out to show you. This one here. We can see, yeah, this one's got gold leaf, so it's the same dolphin with the tail curling round the same way, although it's a different shaped bowl. But then you've got the gold leaf as well. It looks like it's also got folded rim here. So this dolphin looks very like mine. And they're saying Salviati, capitals, Art Glass, Murano, Italy. Pair of dolphin goblets. So, yeah, it's still not 100%, but it's so many people are saying, but it is not 100%. I'm kind of still not quite off the fence on it. I just think it is. So anyway, let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing I'm showing you is this finger bowl here. Now, this has got chunk loads of overlapping gold leaf in it. It's Vaseline glass, broken pontle. It's made in one blow, and the foot is made, so on that one it's like a sausage of glass that's been wrapped round. This one is actually the blown ball been squished up to make the foot, so if you go inside, you can feel it's not the most, how am I going to put this, hygienic solution. So if you were eating your pudding out of that, there's some of it's going to get stuck into that gap down there, and you're never going to get to wash it out, and that's not genius. But anyway, it's a lovely bowl. It's a bit like something white fries would do, but yeah, gold leaf is not that common for them. The way the Vaseline glass is done is not the same way that they do. Broken pontle as well. And it just so happens I have a pretty good reference for this. Look at that bubble there as well. Look at that. Is it a bubble or is it a lump of glass? Yeah, that's what makes me think it's old, because it's got a lot of faults. Like this one over here. Makes me think these are older pieces. Probably closer to your 1868 than modern, almost. So anyway, let's have a look at my reference. So here's my reference. It's the 20th Century Glass website. They have quite a bit of Salviati, and a lot of it is small bowls like this kind of thing. And what's nice is they've got it in the book Italian Glass, Century 20 by Leslie Pina, page number and everything. So we know he's ID'd this out of the book. It's also got a lot of gold leaf in it, but it's a different colour, it's more of a bronzy. So it's, anyway, so yeah, this is a pretty good reference. No date, no patent number, but at least we have a good book reference. This is, I have one of Leslie Pina's Scandinavian books, and it's a good book, so I can only imagine this is just as good. And I might have to buy it actually, because I've seen other references for it as well. So Might have to be on my list of Christmas presents. The last piece we're going to look at is this claret jug. What's funny is that the way the stopper's not fitted at all. It's just loosely sitting in there, not fitted. Come on, show me it. There you go. Yeah, not fitted at all, so it just wobbles around in there. Little dibble on the top, gold leaf. Let me show you the claret jug itself. So look at this work. This is hot work. This one's in good nick. None of this is broken. It's got a bit of focus on the jug. Come on, there we go. This is called riggery, so it's like so you've got the handle and then they've applied an extra little strip on the back of the handle and jigged it up like this. Probably with a pair of tweezers or something. Then see it's got gold leaf in it and broken pontil just there. It's wondering, actually I think this is a pipe pontil, because can you see it's actually actually I think it's a sand pontil. So what you've got here is just the edges that are broken. The middle is kind of textured. Can you see that? So, yeah, you need to go away and look at my video on glass pontil marks to explain exactly how that works and how to look out for it. But yeah, it's like a broken ring like this with a texture in the middle from the sand. Anyway, so there you go. Put that back down and we'll go and have a look at my reference. So here's my reference. It's the Decanter Ancient to Modern by Andy McConnell, and here it is, and all of this is Salviati. In fact, I'm looking at it and my Taza stem is like this but upside down. But anyway, there it is. I think this one's a bit broken. Can you see there's a bit sticking out on mine? These join up, and also there's no blibby on the top, and mine's got a little blibby, so I think this is slightly damaged, which might be why they've turned the handle away a little bit to not show that. But yeah, this is, I've never seen another one of these apart from this here in this book, so yeah, they're pretty rare. But anyway, this is a pretty strong reference for it, I think, because this whole section you can see Salviati, and in the reference at the bottom it tells you that it's Salviati in the writing. So if Andy McConnell's being emphatic about it, I'm happy with that. I thought before I pack up, people are going to ask, so yeah, I thought I'd do this test, and I don't think that's uranium, but that is blowing. The two Vaseline glass bowls glow quite a lot. There's a little bit of greenish glow on that, but yeah, I don't know what chemical that is, or element I should say, something like selenium or one of these kind of things, or cadmium, but yeah, they've got something in them that fluoresces, but it's not green, it's not uranium. So there you have it. I had one other piece, but I couldn't find it, but it was a bit more boring than these bits, so that's kind of okay. It's just a really plain red bowl with a bit of gold in it. But yeah, and it was made the same way as look what I'm doing. There's this one where the foot is part of the bowl, but yeah. Anyway, what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to wind up because I need to. This is probably quite long, I think. I'm just thinking back of how much film I've made. So with that said, all the references I used will be in the description below. Please remember to like and subscribe because it really helps my channel. And thank you for watching and have a good night. Good night.